right. We got a little hard work going on this Tuesday night. We getting this work in right now. We want to welcome everybody to another edition of We the Vets podcast, aka We the Vets Talkcast. I know that's a new word I'm throwing out there, but we turning it going from a podcast to a talkcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike P. We got my man on the side of me. Oh, yeah, on the side this way. On the side of me. You know, we got these new visual effects. Got JD from the Parts Unknown. And then we got my man at the bottom, Walton. He representing the big state of Alabama Crimson. Roll Tide. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, G?
Man, I can't call it, man. You know, live pretty good as a Georgia Bulldog. You know, we sitting up here. You know, number one.
Live pretty good, like a Seminole too. I mean, to this year.
Yeah,
man, you know what?
Seminoles finna hit the top 25 next week.
Oh man,
you think they gonna hit it?
Yeah, they gonna hit it.
I mean, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
They got the most votes. They on deck. They got the most votes.
Like the man say, they on deck.
They on deck, yeah.
Come on, Seminole, man. So JD can get back in the conversation, man. He been silent for a couple of years, man.
Hey, cuz with me too. You hear me out there, cuz? You back, cuz?
Hey, man, yeah, they been pretty silent, man. You know, but I like egging on some of them Alabama people, man. I like egging them on, but you know, one of them sent me the other day. But you know, Alabama done won 15 national championships. Georgia had only won 2. I just took one from you. Just give me 3. We really got 3.5. Really got 3.5 now. But don't take my other now. They got 3 now. 9, 15, and 3. You know? So, but you know, I like messing with Alabama people, man. You know, Walt is the coolest Alabama fan of all time, man.
A lot of people don't care for Alabama fans, man. They was spoiled.
Hey, my wife and something else, boy, she be about ready to tear up the house. The house be about tore up. Game, boy, look at her. About to rearrange do some construction up in here, man.
Stressing, man.
Right. But I think the difference is though, Walt, you know, now tell me if I'm wrong. I think this the difference. Like you like me, you know, and like JD, we born and bred on what we like.
Right.
We born and raised and bred on Alabama.
Right.
I'm born 1990, you know, Georgia Bulldog. You know, JD, he Bobby Brown. That's all need to be said.
Right.
I think the ones that are, you know, that taking it to heart are the ones that are just jumping on the Nick Saban bandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they just came along in 2008. Now, they don't mention nothing about 2007.
No.
They jump on 2008.
That whole drought from 2002 to 2007.
Right. They don't say nothing about that. They just jump on there, you know, and I, you know, I be quiet.
Yeah.
Be quiet,
Hey,
you know.
that's a long drought from the SEC championship in '98 all the way to shoot. Oh man, what 2000? Yeah, 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
Well, really 2008.
Right. And y'all won nationals in '92.
Right.
So that was about a 16-year drought.
Yeah, that was in
That's when y'all beat Miami.
David Palmer and George Teague. All them was out there.
Yeah. And Antonio Langham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. George Teague from Montgomery, ain't he?
Yeah. Oh, Teague. Yeah, he went to Dallas.
Shout out to George Teague, man. You know, I remember Simdall used to talk about Teague all the time. They went to school together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
George Teague.
Hey, well, fella, we're gonna jump into the show, man. We don't have enough fantasy football. We're gonna jump into the show, man. You know, last week, man, you know, we had some global news happen. You know, the Queen, she passed away. You know, and so, you know, we think a little different about the Queen than everybody else, and so we're gonna pass it on to our brother Walton, and he gonna talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. So September 8th, United Kingdom lost their dear Royal Queen Elizabeth II. And I guess you call them African British and also African Americans, the people of India and a lot of other countries that was under rule of Britain at one time or another just was indifferent about the praise. None of my research showed anyone being like just blatantly disrespectful, but at the same time, no one shared the same grievances, like, you know, and it's, you know, rightfully so. What in her 70 her year, what 70 years of
Rule.
reign did she do, you know, civil rights wise, and looking up at what she do, man, it wasn't a good look. I mean, I know she's dearly loved and all, but you know, it's just all factual. It's just non-existence of her efforts in helping humanitarian wise different races being mistreated, different people of origin, people of different origins. You know, this all has to do with human rights, and we always getting at China about this. You know, we don't want to deal with these folks with who China and also countries in Africa and things like that violate human rights regulations by the you know, as far as the Geneva Convention or whatnot. But nothing I seen that she had anything to do with to try to help out the issue of the cause. And I just, hey, no shade, you know. Hey, shout out to Great Britain. But I feel the African British over there who just don't share the same sentiment, you know. I know she could have done a lot more and a lot better for the people there and around the world.
Mm.
You mute, Pat.
I'm always muted. Yeah, I don't remember the Queen really standing up or just hearing her voice. You know, and you know, she was 25% African.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, 25% African, man. Yeah, so yeah, go research that.
Right.
And if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm wrong. Yeah. So yeah, even if you study, like her bloodline was not even supposed to be Queen. You know, so I found a lot out. Yeah, Sunday.
They knew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, so that's how I ran on the Queen, man. You know, no disrespect. You know, we just kind of felt a little different.
Exactly.
Hey. Right.
Britain, y'all let that monarchy go, man. Y'all got a prime minister. Let him do his thing, man.
Let him do his thing.
I'm sorry.
Still doing their thing.
Her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's for her. Yeah.
Yeah, let her do her thing.
Yeah, let her do her thing.
All right, now, fella, we had another discussion, man, the other day that I think we all still thinking about right now. You know, and it's that school pizza. Okay? And if y'all don't know what that school pizza look like, we're gonna show you the pizza and the lunch lady that used to be making this pizza.
Mm.
Whoever this is, we want to give you a shout out. That school pizza was fire.
Yeah.
When I say fire, it was fire.
Hey, I gotta say fire and free. Hey, y'all mama hook up that. Hey, y'all mama hook up that free lunch. We feel that storm. Hey,
You know, now
Yes.
the debate is which pizza was better. Like, so I just found out. Walt just told me I'm 42 years old. I just learned this was Mexican style pizza.
that's
Okay, so I was this many years old before I found that out. You know, and you know, this one right here said, "Coming lace crack for the school kids." You know, I remember getting these little patches with the little dipping sauce.
yeah.
It never crossed my mind
Mhm.
that it was Mexican.
Mhm.
Hispanic food. Did not know that.
Well, it's
But
it's just a Mexican style, you know.
Yeah.
It's you know
So,
those ingredients. I think it got a little chili powder on the
little cumin.
yeah beef and cumin and stuff. So I can't say the Mexicans made it, 'cause, you know, that wouldn't be accurate.
gotcha. Well, boy, if anybody out there know where we can find them pizzas, okay, please DM us or message us or comment or something, man. You know. So JD, let me ask you, man, which one was the best?
Well,
You know?
I didn't really get the mess with that Mexican pizza too often. So I really, my main thing was that rectangle that you showed in the first clip. That rectangle pizza and
Bus.
chocolate milk. Back in the day. Wow.
You know, this one with that Miss Betty. Miss Betty. Miss Betty take your, I remember you had to get your lunch number. You had to remember your lunch number.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Betty put it in, and then them right there, you could buy extra. I remember they were 75 cents.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was 25 cents for that chocolate milk. So
And chocolate milk was a quarter.
Yeah, get you two of them jokers. But the thing that always tripped me out is they always put them sides with it, them healthy sides with mixed vegetables.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you would get French fries, but sometimes they would try to put those mixed vegetables with it to try to.
Yeah,
you got to get your vegetables. Ain't nobody eating this.
A lot of people probably don't remember it, but they used to pass off pizza to us as a really healthy food because it had all the basic food groups on it. You had your bread, your vegetables, your meat, your dairy. You had all of that on there. It was good for you.
It was good.
Oh man,
we swole up now.
But you know, at my high school, they had a line. They were called a pizza line. And you got pizza and French fry every day. So we had the regular line, then you had the fast food line, then you had the pizza line, you had the salad bar, and then you had the sandwich bar. You know, so you can pick and choose what you want to eat based on how you felt that day.
Hey, Michelle Obama had something to say about that.
Hey, you heard me? You sure that one a defect? That sounds like a defect to me.
That's what it sounds like. I had a nice high school.
Man. That pizza line be so long, man. Boy, you be trying to hurry and get there, man. It's gonna be out the door.
That pizza was jumping.
Know? In about 15 minutes, man, I'm just gonna jump in the fast food line and eat, man. I ain't got but 15 minutes left.
That's exactly how the defect was too.
Yes,
fast food side.
I'm still mad at defect because when you know on brunch you were supposed to be able to go up and get seconds and stuff, man. I'm still upset with them. 21 years later.
Now that's wild right there. That is wild. So look like the rectangular. Oh, and I wasn't rectangular, man. It was triangle.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a. I think it was a triangle. I could be wrong. That was. Ooh, boy, time done passed. But I could have sworn it was triangle, man. Yeah, I think it was triangle. It could have been rectangle too, but that was over 20, man, 24, 25 years ago. Yeah, how time has flown.
Speak for yourself. I don't know what. Damn, you old. That's messed up, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, so fella, now we also, it's something else, a bill that just came out where it actually don't hit until next year,
right?
But they're running it through their government, the state of Illinois, and it may be something that may, be all over the nation. There are some other states that are doing a same system as Illinois, so I got a video clip that I want to show our audience of what we're talking about. It's called the Illinois Safety Act of 2023. And so I'm going to show the video, and then we're going to discuss it for a little bit.
Closer look at a new law that will eliminate cash bail in Illinois. It's certainly become a heated political issue ahead of the election. Candidates on either side pushing very different views on the impact it could have. Tonight, NBC5's JC Navarrete takes a closer look at the Safety Act.
I heard it from a friend, and I'm assuming he heard it from online social media, and even he said it's like a 50-50, so it's just I think it's being blown up right now.
If you've ever heard about the new Safety Act, or the so-called, quote, purge law, as it's known on social media, and don't really know what it is, you're not alone. The bill, which takes effect on January 1st, has a lot of people divided. A key element of the bill is it eliminates cash bail, making Illinois the first state in the country to do so. Something critics say will lead to suspects being released with no guarantee they'll appear in court.
I think it's much ado about nothing. I think realistically, people who are dangerous are still going to be kept in custody.
Deep down, House Bill 3653 is a large sweeping bill that does a lot more than just eliminate cash bail. It will also focus on police training policies, police accountability, transparency in law enforcement, and the rights of detainees and prisoners. The bill will require body cameras on all officers by 2025, as well as a ban on all police chokeholds. However, some remain solely focused on the cashless bail aspect of the bill. Professor Kling believes that's more of a political talking point with elections right around the corner. The Safety Act is already facing a legal hurdle. Kankakee County has filed suit declaring it unconstitutional.
Pritzker has nothing to do with it. Pritzker signed a bill that the legislature enacted. The legislature was put there by the people of the state of Illinois. And so realistically, if anybody gets out, it goes on the people.
While many on social media are raising concerns about dangerous criminals being let out of jail, Professor King, who's a defense attorney, would like to see more credit being given to those prosecutors and those judges.
If it works the way it's supposed to work, then hopefully people will be safe and the bad guys will stay in and the people who don't need to stay in won't stay in.
JC Navarrete, NBC5 News.
All right, so fellas, that's our short video on it, man. So our expert in this area is JD.
No, I'm no expert. I will give you my views. I think it's just like the professor said. It sounds like a talking point for an election. I mean, okay, so you take away cash bails. All right, if we had cash bail, if the cash bail system was still in place, if you had the money to pay bail, you would get out. So those criminals will still be able to get out and potentially run from their court date. If we want to keep it at 100, that's what it would be. So what they're saying now is, hey, no cash bail, and if the judge decides to say, you know what, this person can go ahead and go free, go ahead and get the bail with and come back and receive justice on that particular court date, which they still had the power to do. I'm still kind of confused on what the problem is. Also, that whole bill had a lot of prison reform stuff that needs to take place, and I just don't understand. If we complain about if you the system is geared toward if you got money you can get over and beat the system and avoid justice, and if you don't have money you don't. Then we come up, state of Illinois comes up with a bill to address the issue, and then now we got political talking heads saying, "Oh, it's going to be worse crime and this and this and that." I mean, let's not forget we're talking about the state of Illinois. It's not like, no disrespect, but it's not like they're doing a bang up job over there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like y'all doing an outstanding job and then somebody's coming and messing up your work. I mean, y'all need that stuff in that bill. Y'all need some of that training and things of that sort. So I don't understand what the confusion is about. I really don't. It sounds pretty much cut and dry. And okay, you don't agree with it? How about we come up with a solution instead of saying, "Oh, the prisoners are going to get out and it's going to be crazy." We got a lot of people in jail for some foolishness. We are what, about 4 or 5% of the world population, yet we're number one in the world with prisoners here in the United States. We got roughly about 2 million, 2.1 million people in prison right now. We represent 20-something odd percent of all the people in jail. A lot of those people that's in jail for crimes that are non-violent crimes. I'm pretty sure the judge can figure out who should stay and who should go. Do they make mistakes? Yes. But that's in any freaking profession, any walk of life. I mean, we have police who make mistakes all the time too, and we give them the benefit of the doubt more times than not. I don't understand where it just sounds like a political talking point, man. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly.
I mean,
right. And with the political talk, around about this time, you start getting a lot of, I call it fear factor.
Yep.
They want to scare people into voting the way that they want to. Here in the state of Florida, Val Demings has a commercial, and and she was a former police chief. Well, now you get, people who running against her, saying that, she want to bring in people, she want to get people out of jail so they can rip and rape and pillage, the state of Florida, and like, man, that's the furthest from the truth. But what do they call it? Propaganda. But people believe it, because they're in their own little world. They never come out of that world, and so they never get an opportunity to see what's on the other side of the fence or the gate that they live on.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with you as far as the talking points, and it is a lot of good stuff. For the police, there's no more choke. That's huge. That's huge.
I mean, that shouldn't even be on the books in the first place. That shouldn't even. We're still citizens of the United States. Like, I don't understand why that's even on the books. Better treatment of inmates. Look, and this is just me serving in the military, being serving with other soldiers. When a soldier did something wrong, they made a mistake, you made a correction. You still treated that person like a person. You still treated them with dignity and respect. You know what I'm saying? Now, you at least gave them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if they messed it up, then there was other corrective actions made, but you still treated them like a human being. You got situations where that may not be the case. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whether it's if they get to prison or before you even get to prison. Sometimes you don't even make it to the courtroom to get justice.
Right.
So I think that's good to go. And then one more point, man, I'll shut up. But Pat, you brought up a good point about that fear factor, because you notice you had people with the propaganda calling the bill the purge bill, like the movie, like they finna let everybody out here and you get the free reign to do whatever you want for 24 hours. So That's crazy. Oh, it's the purge bill. Wow. And then you're gonna have people that don't know, didn't read the law, didn't hear it, read it, or study anything, and be like, the purge bill. Oh, that's crazy. I can't believe the government is coming up with it.
Right. Government about to take over. Government about to take over. You know, and that's what you get, man. You know, so you know, I if it was in, let's say if it was in the state of Alabama, you know, no disrespect to you, Walt, but I could understand the talk coming, you know. But Illinois, I just don't I don't get why the talk is happening like that unless the people in the state feel like this bill is going to affect Chicago, the city of Chicago, more than any other part of the state. You know.
Well, from what I saw, the officers that were complaining against it were like, so let's say you got a call to go to a house for trespassing. Mm-hmm. Instead of that person getting arrested, they would just be cited a ticket and have to, you know, pay their fine. And if they don't pay a fine, of course, they end up having to go to court or whatever case may be, but they will not be arrested. And so they were saying, well, there's a lot of crimes that would just not be taken care of. But if you document that person did something, they got a ticket for, they already on your radar. So if it's a nonviolent crime, and then, I mean, I don't know what the argument is about. Right. And if you got a problem with the system, law enforcement, as the guys on the ground, as the guys who serve in the prison, I'm pretty sure they got some ideas that maybe could be used to make the law more effective.
Right.
Yeah. If them cops want some action, go work at the prison. They, you know, is it so hard to protect and serve? Is it that hard? Nonviolent crimes. You know, prison already is a business. It's already a business. You know, part of the reason they don't want to legalize marijuana. But no matter how many doggone people die of tobacco or secondhand smoke, you know, that's gonna remain legal. We okay with that. But we're gonna make our money off these prisons. These states are. Oh, yeah. And wherever they see the money at, and in Illinois' case, like Pat say, I mean, it's you know, it's just to spook the people into voting, you know, where they want them to vote. But this, you know, hopefully they looking at the risk, you know, taking that risk assessment and looking ahead at how they gonna go, you know, forward with this, because I'm sure there's an area, a gray area,
of course,
what they probably haven't covered or we haven't thought of yet about the disadvantage of this.
Right. Hey man, good points on all of it, man. Good points on all of it, you know. So, you know, maybe they need to bring us up there.
You know? I mean, at the very least, some law enforcement guys, and let them address their issues. But at the same time, it need to be. I mean, it's a democracy, right? So I will hope that you bring some guys that's been on the wrong end of the other side of the law enforcement as well. Because I mean, we got a documentary on Netflix about a kid who was held in prison, didn't see a court date over a backpack for like, was it 4 or 5 years in Rikers Island?
Wow.
And then he gets out, they sue, you know, because it was wrong and it was filed, but he didn't have the money to pay for bail. So they kept him for years. He gets out, he's messed up in the head, he kills himself.
Oh man.
So, you know, you throw that fear mongering stuff out, but you don't throw the other side out. There's a reason why we're trying to reform some of this foolishness out of the system. And why not do it? There's other countries that's on the same level as the United States as far as, you know, financially, that's doing it. And studies show it's effective. If you treat people humane and do the right thing by people, yeah, they're going to not every case, but more times than not, hey, I did this. I got to do what I got to do. And then I serve my time and give them a chance to come back and rejoin society as a productive member. Cool. Now, there are exceptions to that rule, of course.
Right.
Of course, there are going to be exceptions. But for the most part, you give people a fair shake.
Right.
You'll be all right. Instead of having 2 million jokers in jail. I don't think it's 2 million violent offenders in America and in prison.
Right. Not.
Right. I agree with you on that, man. It's probably a handful, but people will say 2 million is a handful of out of the 300 million people that live here.
Yeah.
So they'll say that what is it, the law of large numbers.
Right.
Yeah, but if we're not even the biggest continent and we're barely 5% of the world, and we got 2 million, we got 20-something, 25% of the dang on prisoners in the world.
Of those 2 million, I bet at least 1 million of them. Not just non-violent, but I bet at least 1 million of them have something to do with drugs. Nothing violent.
Oh, yeah.
And how many? Go ahead.
I done seen rapists and murderers get out long before drug dealers.
Mm-hmm. Right. And we got a whole show about that. Where if you listen to the verse Jay-Z did with DJ Khaled, new song God did.
I heard that.
Yeah, well, he breaking it all down, man. We got a show coming up. We're gonna talk about that.
I think you should hush. I think you should be quiet.
That's one of my favorites. But on another point, just real quick, how many of those people that's in prison right now and they haven't even been to court yet? They just in there because they don't have the money to pay bail.
Right.
But everybody's getting upset. If they had the money to pay bail, then what? You see what I'm saying? They still not going, not staying in jail. If somebody comes up with the money to get them out, it's pretty much the same thing. So what's the issue? Oh, by the way, the judge still has say in whether they get bail or not.
Right.
So,
right. But that little county or wherever they at, they ain't get their money. That's what it's all about. Yeah, they want their monies. We want the money, and we want to get time from it. It's a 2-in-1. Hey, what he said, the state of Mississippi.
We want that free labor, baby.
That's right, free labor, man. So
and they suing saying it's unconstitutional, but you holding somebody in jail without their full due process and everything. So is that unconstitutional?
And this process started and been going on since 1866 or 1865. Really, that's when they so-called freed the slaves. But by 1866, it was going good. They figured out a loophole in the law,
in the Constitution. Yeah.
Right, and slavery was back on, just in a different, just changed the title of it.
Right. Yeah, man. So, fellas, man, we done came to almost our conclusion, man. We done had another good episode, man. I want to thank y'all, man, for y'all opinion, and I call it expertise. Man, and just helping our audience out, man, dropping them nuggets, man, So
right.
I appreciate y'all, man. If don't nobody else say it, man, I will.
Rectangle pizza.
Rectangle pizza, man.
Hey.
Rectangle pizza it is, man.
I just want to give a shout out to Kentucky. They're doing so well before Georgia get a hope to y'all. They undefeated. Tennessee on the board, Arkansas. Shout out to y'all for y'all for we get a hope to you.
LSU. Oh man, nah, you ain't gonna say LSU. My bad.
Hey, they won on Saturday night.
Oh, congratulations! Welcome to the season, LSU.
They won on Saturday night, man. They made a comeback, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they down there. They played that mad scientist. this joke at his on 30-yard line going forward. I'm like, man, is you crazy? That's football.
Hey, did he hit y'all? He hit y'all with that Nick Saban line yet? This ain't my team. I ain't put his team together.
No, this is his team. Because he talking about, my quarterback gonna win the Heisman. Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
You don't touch your defense. If I was his defensive coordinator, like, man, I might as well just resign. I ain't gonna never get now another job, man.
Right.
Hey, is LSU gonna put him on the news for catfishing? You perpetrating as a coach. And you showed up and you won that coach.
Oh, stop.
Oh, catfish, man, get your ass out of here. This ain't what it looked like. You look like something different when you was in Oregon now.
Oh, stop.
Oh, catfishing ass. Already came down there trying to use that southern accent. We seen you.
Oh, yeah, with the southern accent, yeah.
Yeah, with the y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Get your ass.
Man.
Hey, Kentucky, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Because when we come in through there, it's going to be that fuss.
I think you should be quiet.
I think you should be.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's all it's going to be, man. It's going to be foot to butt the whole night, man. Foot to butt the whole night. Right from the get-go, man. Listen.
Go ahead, Wildcats.
Wildcat, now look, the Wildcats, listen. The first two drives, you got to do what you're gonna do against them.
Right.
So once we settle in, and them joker roll them necks, boy, you in for it then, now.
Baby Smart comes with that pressure.
I know Kentucky tried to use the name Wildcat, but we know that belongs to Bethune-Cookman now. Y'all ain't Wildcats till basketball season. Go on somewhere.
Yeah.
But they went down and beat Florida.
Oh, yeah.
They went down and put that thing on Florida, man.
Every now and again. Well, I mean, every now and again, y'all show up. Okay.
Every now and again.
Last time y'all was good. I'll wait. Oh, wait. We talking about basketball? Okay, yeah. Y'all was good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wildcat.
There we go.
Wildcat. I gotta find that video now, man.
Yeah, everybody make sure y'all support your HBCU
sir.
This season before it's out.
Right. Shout out to Albany State, them Golden Rams. Shout out to them. They only got one loss on the season. They lost to FAMU 23-20. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to
the FAMU dad in the house.
That's right.
FAMU dad.
So look, I got one at FAMU and I got one at Albany State. Okay. They wasn't even beefing over it, man. So they wasn't even beefing. But I told the older one who at Albany State, I said, just wait till Christmas. I said, she is not gonna let you. She's not gonna let a day go by.
She gonna let a day?
Yep. You beat Albany State.
Yeah.
We the better college. So
say she ain't gonna let it go.
She ain't gonna let it go, man.
Oh man.
So all right, fella, we finna jump out of here, man. We a little hard work time, man. God bless you, and we love you.
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. Free.